content we need.
This is the great content we need.
Exactly. Because end of the day, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Group
Comic-Con,
Comic-Con. It was good.
London.
Yeah. First
It
Comic-Con
was.
we both went to.
Yep.
It was certainly
First,
interesting. I was expecting a lot worse, to be honest. One of our friends told us that he went to I think it was last year's Comic-Con, and he was
Birmingham.
like,
He went,
it was in
yeah.
Birmingham, and he was like, oh yeah, the whole room stank. It was disgusting. I hated it. But honestly, I disagree. That was a really good experience.
You really liked the humidity of it, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
were. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So
in all fairness, I've heard about Comic Con and how awful it is. It was the beginning of a heat wave as well.
it was
So
literally the
I
worst
was,
timing for Comic Con. I think it was 30 something degrees when we went there.
yeah.
But
Then
honestly, that venue was really well, cool. I'm sure they had an AC. It was pretty nice in there.
yeah, and it was quite large as well. It was like two aircraft hangars,
Yeah, it
the
was it
size
was the
of.
Excel Center in London for anyone who's curious.
Yeah, but yeah, not only first time doing Comic Con, also first proper attempt at cosplay. I mean, okay, maybe for me because your Denji one, that
I did
Halloween where
a
you
sort of
copied me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I did
that
not
that was
copy
quite good.
you.
No, that was quite good. But my one, the reason why I chose Denji was it's easy.
I mean, yeah,
Then again,
you did Denji
in
in
a
his human
podcast, do I
form,
want to be
so
known for someone who cosplays Denji?
maybe
I
not, maybe
cosplayed,
not.
I cosplayed Power as well,
Yeah,
since we're
yeah.
being all out there and honest,
I might
for about
throw up a picture of
20
us
minutes.
in our cosplay. Um, I'll have to find
Which
them.
cosplay?
I was anemic Denji. No, in the Denji cosplays.
Okay,
Um,
Denji. Yeah.
I was anemic Denji because I had only part of the horn available because I 3D printed it and we ran out of 3D printing materials. I was using my university electronics lab, and I may have used 50 quid worth of.
You were like this.
I was like that. Yeah, I had a little stubby
Hey!
thing.
I got this at Comic Con, by the way.
Yeah, slight spoilers for Comic Con. We've got a little show and tell.
But yeah, and you know what? I mean, I knew that I wouldn't mind cosplaying. I knew that I'd probably enjoy it, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I've already told you I'm planning my next ones, and
Yeah.
it was fun. It was cool meeting people, similar communities and stuff. I wish I went to the fan meet and greets. That's
Yeah.
one thing I definitely want to do for the next one.
Yeah, I do think I
But,
didn't spend enough time going around actually speaking to people. I felt like we went to what did we even do? The day was so long. Um,
mate,
we spent the first half of the good 3-4 hours just going around Artist Alley and looking at all the different products people are creating and things. It was really nice to see everyone's work.
we met a member of Tomska.
We met the guy who does the voices.
You know his name.
He was lovely. I do not know. I don't know his name. I'm terrible with names.
But yeah, it was good. Apart from the figure, which obviously we got oh, that was a funny story. So that figure which just showed you, basically I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks really good, but it's 290 quid.
Yeah, and,
And
and it looked good. Honestly, it looked high quality enough to be worth £290. We were just looking at it, and I could see Adam's face oh, I might be able to afford that if I just if I save really hard for the next few months. I can.
If I starve myself for the next month and a half,
Yeah,
I can
I could
buy
see
it.
his cogs whirring, and then one of our friends was with us, and he was like, "Adam, that's not £290." And then I pointed at it, and I was like, "Bro, that's not a two. That's a pound symbol."
No, he didn't say that. He went, "Oh, that's a really good figure for 90 quid, isn't it?" And I went,
Yeah,
90 quid? What do you
what
mean?
do you mean? It's 290. But no, Adam misread the pound sign as a two. Which I don't blame you, to
in
be
like
honest. There was a lot of figures in the way.
yeah, there
Uh,
was other stuff in it, and you could just see the bottom of the pound
yeah,
sign,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I thought it was a 2. But yeah,
For
I
90
think
quid,
honestly,
brilliant deal.
I mean,
Um,
like
I remember you.
back
I just want to quickly do a little offshoot to buyer's anxiety, especially
one
with things like
one
figures.
thing real
Oh,
quick,
yeah.
comparing the height difference of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
two
yeah.
figures as well.
Is that the
Okay,
one you
sorry.
got from Japan? The free run one?
I think so. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
only free run one I've got. No,
I
actually, I thought I got the
Did
free
you
run.
get it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
For context, I went to Japan 2 years ago and bought a bunch of figures. So yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't remember which ones are which. I actually only have 2 figures. I need to up my figure game. You have
Mate,
like,
I have approaching 20, I think.
oh my
I
god,
mean,
I don't have any
here,
on me right now to show, but
so I'm currently away on a course for aviation, and I only brought a couple of figures over with me. So I brought 3, and right now next to me I've got 5. Because I got one in Camden, the Toji one, which
oh yeah.
actually probably inspired me going as Toji for Comic-Con.
Hmm.
And then I've got the first figure that I've ever got. I'm getting full show and tell now.
Hey.
First figure I've ever got.
Ah, the goat,
Yeah.
Albedo. Very nice, very nice.
Then that free run one, and then I've got a Levi one, which it's right at the back. I'm not going to reach for it. Which that's a really nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a REM one and I've got a Yuji one. Obviously I had to get the REM one because, she's the GOAT. Yuji, I'm not actually a massive fan of Yuji. I love JJK, but Yuji's kind of he's okay. It would have been nice if Gigi could have stuck with his original view and gone down the Yuta path because Yuta's very cool. Um,
I definitely prefer Yuta over
yeah,
Yuji.
um,
Um,
we've gone on a slight tangent, haven't we?
We
Um,
have. So back
um,
to buyer's anxiety.
Buyer's anxiety. Yeah, I remember seeing Adam's face, and he was like, "Do I buy this right now and maybe regret it later?" Because I'm telling you, it was literally an hour into Comic Con by this point,
It
and we
was
had the
the
whole day.
it
I
was the
think,
first figure stall we
yeah,
saw.
I think we'd only gone to about like 20% of the first area. There's like 2 big
Mm.
different halls, and we'd only covered like 20% of the first area. And Adam was just thinking, like, do I buy it now and then find a better figure later and be sad that I bought this? Or do I wait and risk it going out of stock? And I literally
They
just
only had
told
2.
him, I remember, yeah, they only had 2. And I remember I just told him, like, mate, you like the figure, it's a good price, it's a really good value for money. Just buy it. It doesn't matter if you find another figure. You can think about that later. And I think that was the right decision because I think that
We flipped
was
a coin.
we did flip a
And
coin.
we got
Oh, we did
the
flip a coin.
first.
Yeah,
So
it
we'll
was on
just
my
say heads
phone.
was yeah.
It was a random like
Yes, no.
decision generator. I use that quite a lot. It's very helpful. You just if you're torn about something, just flip a coin about
As
it.
he told me, he does whichever you get 3 of a row in first, whether
Yep.
it's yes or no. He goes for. We got yes 5 times
It
in a
was
row, I
5
think.
times in a row. Yeah,
And
it's
I
like
think we even
okay.
continued rolling it there. It
No,
could
it
have
was
gone
it
on
was
and
a
kept
super
going. So
yes, basically.
then I got it, which was great. But I did feel bad for one of my friends who basically he just opted to carry it during all the photos. And then it
Yeah.
got to the point where I was like, mate, I'll just carry it because he kept just passing it along. But yeah, like honestly, I'm so glad that we spotted it, and for
Yeah.
the right price point, because it wouldn't have surprised me. I mean, I know how expensive figures can get, and never mind just the price of figures, it's also the upcharge of Comic-Con, because I've
Hmm.
heard from plenty of places
Yeah.
that Comic-Con does usually bring up the prices a little bit compared to usual. But I think because okay, it's Makima and half of Denji, so 1.5 characters, bigger than a usual one, and it's got the like custom stand. It's not just I forgot what the company's called. They do good figures, but it's just like a black or grey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. like a
circle for the
plinth.
stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, for starting out with figures, yeah, fair. I mean, there's still ones like that which I want to get in the future, but yeah, it's always cool to have a custom stand one.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely adds a lot more to the characters and scene. I mean, like mine are both really basic. Like I said, funnily enough, I'm going to Japan again in about 3 weeks, and I
I
think
will
this
send you my
time,
shopping list.
half my suitcase will just be figures for Adam. But yeah,
None.
I'll need to consider buying a nicer figure this time. I was quite upset actually because at the stall that Adam bought his figure at, I was hoping there was another one that I would like. Don't get me wrong, Chainsaw Man's great. Like I said, I've even done a Denji cosplay, but it's not like one of my favorite like animes shows. And I did really like the figures there. And the one Adam bought was probably the only one I would have considered buying, but I figured, oh, Adam's already bought it. I'm not gonna buy the same one.
You figured.
I figured, haha. But yeah, anyway, also my budget was pretty tight on account of rent being very expensive in London. So
Didn't you have back pay you had to do or something?
yeah, I owed
Yeah.
one of my flatmates a bit of money because I hadn't received payments and I was a little behind on rent, but it's all sorted now. We're all good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have
I
a
mean,
job.
to be fair, but for both of us, it was our first con going to, and
Mm-hmm.
I think we all had. In fact, no, never mind. Both of us, 5 of us went to Comic-Con
And
together,
four of us were brand new to Comic-Con.
and I think all of us loved it. We had one friend who I was nervous that he wouldn't have enjoyed it, like, but he absolutely loved it. In fact, he didn't cosplay this time around, but he's planning on
He
cosplaying for
literally,
the
I
next.
remember when we walked out, he was talking about what he was going to do for the next
Yeah,
Comic Con, which really surprised me because he's usually quite shy with this sort of thing.
very
And
reserved.
reserved is the better word, yeah.
Yeah,
And honestly, I was like, I was surprised as well how much I enjoyed it because like I said at the beginning, I've heard bad things about Comic Con before, but it was honestly lovely to just see a massive community of people who like the same things as I do. I mean, obviously not everyone there is there for the same reasons. There was like a lot of gacha game like stalls and there was loads of Star Wars people. I love Star Wars, but I wasn't there specifically for Star Wars. Um, but yeah, there was like so many different groups of people there, and it was just really interesting to see that. And bro, the cosplay. Can we just talk about the cosplays? The level of detail of some of these cosplays was insane. It made me feel so bad. I bought like a £20 Gojo wig and like suit. And that was my cosplay.
wasn't
I
even Gojo's actual suit.
no,
Well,
it was
he wore it
spoilers
at
for the
some point.
manga. You have 3 seconds to click away. It's when he fights Sukuna later on. It's the same uniform he's wearing at that point, with the black shirt and the puffy trousers. But yeah, like genuinely, I did not put that much effort in. I'd say I put a lot of effort into the Denji one because I full on just created my own Chainsaw Man mask. I wish I had it right now to show, but
And
it's up
ruined
in
my
the attic.
jeans.
I did ruin Adam's jeans because he was helping me glue the mask together, and they got super glue all over his jeans.
I'm not salty about it. I rarely bring it up.
No,
But
he rarely brings that up. Yeah, it's been a
um,
while.
yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, for a first, I'd say, I know, cos anything can be cosplay, like, but I'd say this is what I would class as my first personal proper attempt at cosplaying because the Denji one was so low effort from me. It was literally I grabbed it. I did a closet cosplay, but even less effort than that. Like because I literally got some. I don't even remember what I put on for the blood
You
because I
had
remember
a
my shirt was bloody.
Yeah, you just had a
It was
shirt that you ripped up slightly and then put fake blood on it.
yeah. Well, like this time I went a bit more effort. I bought the shirt. I mean Toji's outfit. It's relatively simple
Yeah,
for it. But I got the outfit. I sewed the cursed spirit.
It was
That's
actually really well done. He bought the plushie on Amazon, I think,
yeah.
and then yeah, there was a lot of Tojis there, and I'm not biased, but well, I am biased, but I do think Adams was the best done with at least
No one
the
else
plushie.
sewed it on like I did because like
Yeah,
there
there
was
was
some
one other
people who
guy, but
sewed
the
it.
angle was wrong. And
Yeah,
then other
like
people just had it draped over. But the way you had it kind of wrapping around you, I thought was really nice.
yeah, and thing is, what I really liked about it is it gave something for if someone saw the back of my cosplay. I'm just trying to bring a picture up
Yeah,
here
otherwise you just look like a random guy.
of the back of the cosplay. This was taken the next day, so I'm wearing different trousers. Someone asked for a picture of the back. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't really come up.
But
But you can see the basic of it, where like there is something around the back, which I think really does help. And as well, I tried first time ever doing my makeup.
yeah.
I tried making the scar on, and it wasn't the best scar that I
I,
did when I was
I will
practicing
say,
it.
your practice one that you sent me the first time you
The
attempted it was the
first
best one
attempt,
that you
I
that
know.
looked, and then you
I
just kept
I'm
getting worse
furious.
afterwards.
But no, to be fair, the
The
one on
one
the
you did for
actual day, I think,
the actual day was
yeah,
pretty well done. I think that
I
was
think
your
that was
second
my
best.
second
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Um, Also, big shout out to the Superdrug that we went to.
Yeah, super
There
drunk.
was this lady there. Oh my god! So three guys walk into a Superdrug, go to the makeup section, and this store employee walks over to us, and clearly looking at us as if we're like completely lost. And
I've
she's
just
like,
got this Pinterest video up on my phone trying to
Adam found
we're
this
like
random
looking at it
video
trying to
tutorial on how to make a scar on your face, and we're trying to find like the products that this girl's using in her video. And this store employee, bless her, she comes over and she's like, "Oh, you guys, do you need any help?" And then she was like, "Why the hell are these guys in the makeup section?" And then we're like, "Oh yeah," and then we explained our story, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." But then we showed her the video, and then we kind of went through it, and honestly, she saved us like a good 30 minutes.
yeah.
We would have
Like
been so lost in that store.
she probably thought that like one of us was buying for her girlfriend and was
Yeah,
expecting
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Then I'm like, here's this video of this car tutorial.
Oh.
Please help. But to be fair, I had the so I printed out the drawings for the sword that I'm making for my next cosplay, and I had to go to Ryman's to print it out because I
Mhm.
wasn't doing it at the ops building here, and printed it. And the guy looked at it and was like, "Is there a cosplay event up soon?" Well, yeah, kinda in October, but got some time. Then again, this might just get uploaded in September, and then there's
Who
barely any
knows?
time.
Yeah.
But but yeah, um, but yeah, that was funny. But yeah, honestly, saved so much time, and I am planning on trying to do more makeup wise for the Levi cosplay because honestly, I mean,
For
I've
context,
I
he's doing the one again. Spoilers for Attack on Titan for those of you who haven't seen it, but it's when the Thunder Spear goes off next to Levi, and he gets
mhm,
absolutely obliterated. He's
yeah,
doing semi-dead Levi as his cosplay.
yeah.
You gotta be really authentic and chop your fingers and leg off. You know.
Oh mate,
Um,
I've already got the cleaver for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Don't
That's
worry.
a joke.
I can
um,
stitch you up. Don't worry.
but yeah, because I mean, I've done drawing before, digital art, and I enjoyed it. I haven't really drawn much recently in the past 5 months,
It's been a
five,
while,
six
I
months.
think, since you.
Yeah,
I've been slowly getting back into it, but it's also been a while for me.
it's been a while. However, I enjoyed it when I was doing it, and honestly, it's just a nice way to get back into it, really,
Yeah.
because like, I mean, at the moment, my creative aim is mostly on design this next cosplay because like so many people made their own cosplays at
Mm,
Comic-Con, and I'm just like, I want to try do that. I'm just going for the basics for now. Like I'm not doing the whole Levi outfit. Like the jacket, I'm not going to make because that just feels like too much. But the
yeah.
cloak and the ODM harness and the swords, that's the stuff I want to try and make.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like you could fashion like a pretty good harness and things out of like a belt and some random
Yeah.
clips and things. I mean, what I love about cosplaying, and what I loved about going to Comic Con and seeing everyone's cosplay was just the like unique spin everyone has on their own characters. Like I don't know that, bro. I don't think you saw the Buzz Lightyear, but he was
Yeah, I did.
so. Oh, you did. He was so
Yeah.
good. Like I don't know how he looked exactly like a Buzz Lightyear, but like in real life, he was giant as well.
They're
Um,
like animated film Buzz
yeah,
Lightyear to confirm because there is a live
yeah,
action Buzz
we were
Lightyear,
talking about that.
which I've not seen,
I
but
I imagine he looks the same in that. I don't know. I haven't seen
yeah.
the film either.
Oh, the
Um,
John Wick cosplay.
oh, bro, that guy looked exactly like. If he was like a little bit taller, he would have looked
And older.
exactly
If he
like
had
him.
some more grey in, I'd have actually thought Keanu Reeves came to MCM London. Like, honestly, I felt really bad because he just finished taking pictures with a group of people, but I was like, I need to get this picture. And honestly, like, I think later we'll go into a segment of advice for people starting out because I think we're in a good spot to give advice.
Yeah,
Like, not that you need advice really, turn up, do what you enjoy,
turn up,
but
have fun. Yeah,
honestly, one thing I wish that I started doing earlier on was asking people for photos. Because
I
honestly,
didn't do that at all, and I regret it. There was a Dark Souls cosplay of the Firekeeper, and she looked so good. But she, to be fair, I didn't want to disturb her because they had like a professional camera and they looked like they were doing a proper photo shoot. So I didn't just want to walk up and be like, "Hey, let's get a selfie." But I do wish I looped back around and found her again because that looked sick.
mhm,
Um,
if you like you as in the audience, if you guys ever have concern of, oh, what if I'm bothering them? What if they're uncomfortable? What if they don't want to take pictures? The best feeling I had at that entire event were people coming up to me asking for photos.
I
Genuinely,
didn't
the
expect it. Like people, like my cosplay was so shit, but there weren't many Gojos around, surprisingly enough. And a lot of other JJK cosplayers were coming up to me. There was a Miguel as well. His was really good. He came
yeah,
up to me and he wanted a picture with me, and it
should have
surprised me
given the
because
Gojo beat down.
yeah, I should have boom, 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 just knock him out. But yeah, it genuinely surprised me how open people are to interacting with complete strangers. It was a really wholesome event, honestly. That's a good word for it.
Everyone that I interacted with was super friendly. Even like the merchants, securities seemed friendly. I mean,
Mhm.
they just waved us through, which I was a bit shocked of. No, but yeah,
It was a bit too
everyone.
friendly.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
context, my
like
friend had a massive bag which definitely should have been
it,
searched,
it
but
had
no
all of
one.
our cosplay props in
Yeah,
this bag as well.
yeah.
But
No one searched him. We just walked. They didn't even look at our tickets. No one looked at our
no,
tickets. We just walked in. Um, it was very weird, but why did
advice
I
number
pay
two of
£30? Yeah, don't
advice
buy
number two of
tickets.
don't
No,
buy tickets,
do
just
buy
turn up.
tickets for legal
Yeah,
reasons. That was
no,
a joke.
yeah, like I mean, even though like okay, the tickets they're not like a tenner, but at the same time, like you want these conventions to keep going. Like, don't just turn up. However, saying that, outside of the area, you get can go there for free, and then lots of cosplayers and things were turning up there. I mean, you don't use TikTok or Instagram. I don't know if it would turn up on your YouTube Shorts, but I've been getting quite a few bits of content of people who were at Comic-Con London, and like they were outside interacting with people, they were inside interacting. Oh, did you see the Starlight and Maeve?
I
It was
saw
a
a
really good.
Starlight. I didn't
She was
see
she
Maeve.
was going around with a Maeve, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, these really good Starlight and Maeve cosplayers, and I didn't realize they were even recording content, but their accounts turned up on my thing, and
Oh,
they
were
were
they the
like a
really
few
short
hundred.
ones? I might have seen them. Oh, you talking about
Maybe
someone else? I saw really short Starlight.
no, I don't remember them particularly short, but
Oh, okay.
I mean. I can't even show a picture because I'm not a huge fan of the boys. I kind of stopped watching after
The
season
latest
3, so I
season
didn't
is,
bother.
is not good. I mean, season
I,
3, it just starts taking a nosedive, and then
yeah, I didn't bother getting a picture, but uh, yeah, like ends up they were making content there as well. Look, I mean, when we were leaving, I saw people making their TikToks and things, but
yeah,
for the majority of the event, there was a lot less than I thought.
yeah. Um, I was another thing I was worried about is random. Like, I'm not like the most outgoing person. I was worried that like random people would just come up and try to interview me or something because I've seen that happen like before on like online and things.
Mhm.
But honestly, once I was there, I calmed down quite a lot, and that didn't happen. But even if it did, I feel like I wouldn't have been that. Um,
I
you
think
know,
I'd have quite liked it, to be
yeah, it
fair.
would have been nice, like
Like,
just interacting with someone and then seeing what sort of questions they would ask and giving my opinions on the place. Um, but yeah, I mean, I saw loads of people doing interviews. I think
mhm.
those were for like private YouTube channels and things. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm following MCM London on, or maybe it's just MCM, whatever their Instagram page is,
mm-hmm.
and they've done a few posts of it, and it's really nice. I mean, that's how I found out Matt Mercer and all of Critical Role,
Oh yeah,
actually.
that's exactly what
That's
I was gonna give the next one a miss because I won't be in the area. But as soon as I heard Critical Role was there, I was like, oh, I have to go.
I was still debating on what cosplay I was going to do for my next one because I had like a short list of like 3 or 4 options, and Levi was on there. Then when I found out that all of Critical Role is going to be there, for those who don't know, in the English dub of Attack on Titan, Matt Mercer voices Levi, and I was like, nah, I need to because
I surely have to
like
go. Yeah.
I think it would be cool. But you know what? One thing I am going to mention is there were a lot. I know Attack on Titan finished a few years ago, but there was still a lot less cosplays for Attack on Titan than I thought. Now that I've been looking into making my own one, I understand why. Because
It's
the outfit in
complicated.
general, the outfit in general is not too bad. But in the UK, at least, there isn't many places selling pre-made stuff. Like you can
Yeah.
get it, but not for cheap. But also, it's the harness. You
Mm-hmm.
know the harness under their ODM gear?
Yeah.
You cannot get that cheap. And you know what? Looking online, people are like, if you do manage to buy it, it rarely fits you anyway.
I
And
was
like,
thinking
I
you
mean,
could maybe buy like a climbing like harness thing and then just like paint over it or something.
no, I've got plans for it. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, and I've got a backup plan for if everything fails and I just need something simple to do. But yeah, like it doesn't surprise me because I think I saw 3 Attack on Titan cosplays. One of them was, you know, when they're in like the ceremonial dress at the funeral and
Yeah,
things, like,
yeah, yeah.
which okay, yeah, that's an easier one to do. Still really good cosplay, but by the way, I'm not done anyone's cosplays because all of it was impressive. And then another one was Eren, like you know when he's got that Flock gives him that
Oh
jacket, he does
yeah.
the aura, throw the
The
cloak on.
aura,
He's got
his hair's
he's
flying
got
through the
the
wind.
Titan eyes, which that
Yeah.
the makeup for that was really impressive to be
Hmm.
fair. And then there was one person actually with the cloak, jacket, and harness and stuff, and I was really shocked because I was like, oh, that would even group cosplays. I
Hmm.
thought I'd see them. Then I've looked into it. And I'm like, no wonder these guys are doing it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
harness is a pain. I mean, no, I've managed to find the cloak online for a decent price, but
Hmm.
I want to try and make it because I don't know. I think it's a really nice thing to be able to say with the cosplay. I made this, by the way,
Yeah.
like because
I
I
remember
don't know.
like when I made the Denji one, it felt so satisfying to find because it took me a while to make it. I had to like I was first of all I tried to learn Blender to try and make the actual mask myself. That was impossible. Blender's very difficult. And then I ended up finding one online thankfully, and I went with that. And but the problem was like actually like getting it printed, like splitting it up into parts, printing it. then like putting it together, gluing it was a whole fiasco. Like Adam obviously will tell you about his trousers.
Rest in peace, my jeans.
And then I had to paint it, but in the end, and honestly, it was not good because it was half of the mask. I didn't have
I
the arm thing. It was really well made,
I
but
think it looked brilliant.
it looked great. I meant like functionally because I had no
Oh
padding in there, nothing. I was just constantly getting stabbed the whole night. I don't know if you remember, but I was complaining all
no, I
night about how
remember.
painful it was. Yeah.
No, no, you
Um,
complain a lot. I remember. Don't worry.
um,
I mean, I wore it for a bit as well. And to be fair, is my head like a bit smaller than yours? Because I
I
remember
think
it
so.
wasn't comfy, but
Hmm.
it wasn't atrociously bad.
It was
If that,
poking me like right here and then like up here as well on both
oh,
sides.
I had the wig on as well though, so
You
that
did
might
have
have
a wig
padded it.
on, so that probably
Yeah.
padded it, yeah. Um, but yeah, like that. But like even with all of the issues it had, I loved the process of making it, and I loved the process, like just wearing it around. That was for context. We did that for Halloween. That was not like a Comic-Con esque event.
Yeah.
But I would love to do something like that again. That's more involved for a future cosplay. I haven't actually thought about what I'm doing for October yet. I thought it's just so far away. I haven't even considered it, but
You see,
I'll have
since
to.
I'm making this one, well, more of this one, and obviously I've got quite a few tests coming up this year as well. I'm trying to like just give myself as much time as I can. One, so I can mess it up and resolve the mess ups because I will mess bits of it up. But, like I've got some experience with sewing and stuff, but that's from years ago. Like I'm not, and even then I wasn't an expert. But yeah, so giving myself plenty of time for that, and also I don't want to just be stressed about it. I want to enjoy the process.
Yeah, I remember like with my Denji one, it was over a course of 3 months that I made it. If I hadn't
Hmm.
have done that, I genuinely I don't think it would have been ready in time if I tried to rush it all at the end. I was limited by the speed of 3D printing. Although
Didn't you have like three of them
I
running?
remember I had three different 3D
Yeah,
printers running at the same. I
like
felt so bad because there's people there trying to do their projects, and I'm just like, I'm here
actual
printing.
work.
Well, I paid for my membership.
You did. You
I
did.
got way more out of it than I paid though. But hey, the uni's paying for that. But yeah, like it was the like not having to rush was really good. Like I got to spend time painting it, and I remember like especially if you have to paint things, you should keep in mind that you might need to do multiple layers. Don't just assume that it's just gonna because I had to do I think 3 layers for my mask because it was three printed out of green, black, and white filament. So it was all just random colors, and I had to put multiple layers of paint on to just hide that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would not have looked like Denji. Um, but yeah, like making it is so satisfying, and I do really want to make one for this time round. I will be starting a job soon, so I don't know if I'll have that much time, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I
How?
mean, to be fair, I've got the advantage that me and another one of our friends who's based in, I'm in Oxford, this person's in London, and we're planning on meeting up occasional weekends to make it together, which obviously that helps a bit because it gives you the like motivation of one, obviously we're going to enjoy ourselves and go out for drinks and things still, but it's like, yeah, okay, we'll meet. We'll spend a few hours on this. This weekend we'll do mine. This weekend we'll do yours, or we'll do both same weekend, and and then we'll go have a couple drinks. Makes it a
Yeah,
bit cheaper as well, that instead of just going for drinks and food and more drinks.
yeah. That is
But
something I want to talk about as well. Like, if you have a group of friends, involve them in your like whole Comic Con adventure. Like, bring them along. They don't need to be into anime to go to Comic Con. They don't need to be into everything you like to go to Comic Con. There's such a wide variety of interests there. And yeah, like just like don't like we said, one of our friends was really reluctant to go because he was worried that we'd all be in cosplay, and he's not a fan of anime. um and we just spoke with him and were like, hey mate, just come along. And he had a great time. um
hmm
And I will say, even if you don't have a group of friends who wants to come with you, you can go by yourself. There was plenty of people who came alone. I took a few pictures with some people who just by themselves came up to me and were like, "Hey, your cosplay looks sick." And honestly, like you can still have plenty of fun. You can meet loads of people with similar interests to you.
I
Um,
will say as well, if you don't want to go alone, honestly look up online because like I mean a few days before the con, I joined the MCM London subreddit,
mhm.
and there were so many people on there like, oh, me and some friends are going, if anyone wants to join us you can, or oh, I'm looking to see if anyone else would like to go, I'm cosplaying this, I'm interested in these. um and honestly look around for communities, obviously internet safety first,
Yeah, don't just
especially
go
if
trusting
you're
random people. And
especially if you're younger.
yeah, if you're younger, don't just randomly talk to people that you don't know.
But
Make sure you tell your parents and things. Or go with a parent. Honestly, I saw loads of parents with their kids there.
I mean I saw some
I saw a
parent and
little
kid
Nezuko
cosplays.
cosplay. That was so cute.
Yeah.
It was like a Demon Slayer cosplay for the family. Oh, that was brilliant.
But
Um,
yeah, like there are ways you can find people, and who knows, you might make lifelong friends there
yeah.
too. Like, I mean, I didn't meet anyone in particular who I was talking to tons during the event. I did swap contact with one person, but I wasn't really looking for it at the time. As in, like, I wasn't looking to have long chats with people. But I
Yeah.
think on the next one, I'm going to put more of an effort on myself because, I mean, this year in general, I'm trying to put myself out there more because I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, I'm an extrovert with anxiety. That's what I call myself because I wouldn't say I'm an introvert because
I
I
mean, you're
don't really
very
fit in.
personable with most people, even if they're strangers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it's difficult to like break the barrier of, especially nowadays when everything's online. You don't really loads of people just don't even
Hmm.
speak to people in person anymore. It feels so isolating sometimes. Like even for us, like I barely see Adam anymore. But for context, we went to school together. We've been friends for a while.
Yeah.
Um, and
Decade.
it's been a decade.
Mhm.
But I after school ended and I got into uni, I moved down to London. And Adam was still in the northeast of
I was
England,
working up
and
north
you were
still,
working up
yeah.
north, and we just barely saw each other, maybe once or twice a year. Um, Always meet for my birthday though. That's the non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's a yearly tradition. But like you have to kind of make time at these sorts of events. You know, we planned it out. We were like, hey, you know, because we've been talking about Comic-Con for years now, and we just never went and
Hmm.
did it. And
Yeah,
then
because
this
I was in
year,
Spain the past 4
yeah, oh
years,
yeah, Adam
which was
also
quite
had a Spain
unfortunate timing.
adventure. Um,
Yeah, I lived in Spain for about a year, so.
yeah, yeah. But the like I mean even then like just talking about friends in general, slight tangent, sorry, but me and my group we went to visit Adam because he was in Spain. We went twice actually. It
Mhm.
wasn't many of us, but you know whoever could make it to that trip made it, and it was really fun. It was
Yeah.
great. Adam was not enjoying Spain, especially the summer heat and things.
Yeah,
Um,
it was quite isolating as well. I mean, I
yeah,
had people on my course who they're going to be lifelong friends as well. I got along really well with them. However, like I spent like the last 8 9 years like with my friends, obviously. I mean, I did used to go to boarding schools, so but it's different going to a school an hour or so away compared to being in a different country from your family who you
yeah,
just used to having them there really. And I went through some personal stuff which I won't really get into on the podcast as well, which happened whilst I was in Spain, which didn't
it's
help as
pretty poor
well.
timing.
But yeah, I mean, it to be fair, the good thing about Spain is like we would have probably never in our lives ever gone to that area of Spain,
I didn't know it
really.
existed.
Yeah,
It
I
turns
mean,
out it's a really popular holiday destination because I mentioned it to a few people on my course, and they're all like, "Oh, I've been there. It's great." Or they're like, "Oh, I really want to go there." It's Alicante
mhm.
for anyone who's wondering. I'd literally never heard of it. I don't know much about like European holiday destinations, because my family mostly goes to either India or sometimes the US. We've been to Europe a few times more recently, but we're slowly. I'm going to Portugal in a couple months.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get fat on pastel donatas. But yeah. Um, what were we talking about before we went on a tangent? I've lost it.
I believe it was something to do with Comic-Con.
Something to thank you. Wow, you
No
got
problem.
the episode
Let's
sorted.
go to another thing that I bought whilst at Comic-Con then.
Oh, the show
I
and
got
tell.
I got this nice pocket watch from Comic Con. Really nice. Got the Wings of Freedom on there for any Attack on
Got a
Titan
shared
fans.
one with one of our other friends. He got the same one.
Yeah,
Um,
it was like a deal if you got two as well, so it was
yeah,
quite
yeah.
nice. I've not activated yet because I'm saving the batteries for it because I'm trying to figure out a way to integrate it onto my Levi cosplay. And
I'm
to
sure
be
it would
fair,
fit. It
it,
looks pretty
it just
authentic. Yeah.
looks really nice as well. Like I feel like I'm going to rarely take it out. I'm just going to have it more for looking. And I've also got some posters.
Speaking of like buying things though, like honestly things were a lot cheaper than I expected them to be. We mentioned with
Yeah,
the figure earlier, it was £90 for that figure, but like I was expecting to pay like double, triple the price of what I ended up paying for a lot of things, and yeah, I was just really happy about that. Like a lot of the art was really affordable, and a lot of the places did offers and deals and things. Like I remember I showed up in a Gojo cosplay, and someone gave me a sticker, which was
yes,
a spoiler
with a
for the
huge
anime,
spoiler on
but
it as
with a
well. I was
huge
quite
spoiler.
shocked.
I was like, damn, you're just handing me a massive spoiler. But yeah, it was like a 50% off of their stall because I was in a Gojo cosplay, which was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, there's like loads of discounts and deals, buy two get one free, things like that. So if you are with friends, that's another bonus. Or if you just want to buy multiple different posters or something, that's always an option.
Yeah, and like, thing is, have a budget for it. Set aside, okay, I'm willing to spend this much. Whether it's at Comic Con or for even the whole weekend, like set aside that budget and just stick to it because it was quite. I actually went under the budget I expected to spend, which was
Mm-hmm.
quite nice. But it makes it a lot less stressful because you're able to be like, okay, I'm going to spend this much for
Yeah,
it.
I didn't have a budget, and I didn't spend a ridiculous amount. I'm pretty sure I spent less than you, but
Yeah.
I I wasn't like planning to spend that much. Like I was planning to spend maybe £50. I ended up doubling that. I didn't have like a set budget in mind, but it is definitely a good idea. I remember I bought. Okay, I'll show you now because I've been. I bought this very nice 8080 from Star Wars. If the camera wants to focus on it, there we go.
Hey, there we. Oh my god, that popped in.
Yeah, the camera's just gonna keep switching back and forth.
Yeah.
But it's really well made. This was £60, and if I can find it, I will link the business in the description. Really nice lady. She was very friendly, and honestly,
He
that
hand
figure.
makes all of them,
She hand makes all of
isn't it?
them, yeah, and it's really well made. She had loads. She had Transformers ones, Doctor Who, more Star Wars, Alien versus Predator. And a few others that I'm not
I
remembering
think
right
she had a
now. But
T800, if
oh
I
yeah,
remember
I think
correctly.
so. Yeah.
Ah,
And yeah, like genuinely brilliant, well-made product, and it was £60, which I was like, that's a lot of money for one thing, but that's something I'm probably gonna keep for forever. Basically, it's gonna sit on my display cupboard when I finally have
and
one.
and as
And
well, it's a memory.
it's a memory, yeah. That's my first. That commemorates my first Comic-Con,
Mhm.
and it was really good. And after I bought that, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not buying anything else. But then I found out literally the day of Comic-Con that Evan Cole was going to be there, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, for those of you who don't know Evan Cole. He is the guy who composes the music for shows like Violet Evergarden and Freerun, which both of those are very important shows to me. some of my favorite anime. And I will say, Evan Cole, like, listening to his music got me through revision for exams many times. He was actually my most listened to Spotify artist of
You should have told him
last
this,
year.
dude.
I did, I
You
did.
got me my medical license.
I did, yeah. Helped me get my medical license. But he was all smile. He was a really lovely fella meeting him. But I see. I originally wasn't going to buy anything else, and I went and he did this really nice presentation where he talked through how he goes about composing his music, and he did some questions afterwards. And then I saw him step down from the stage, and bless this man, I think he had to be at an airport or something. He had to leave for something because his friend producer, I don't know, someone was there with him, and he was like, "We need to leave." But he took the time out of his day to just sit and sign things and meet people and shake people's hands and just take pictures. I might throw up the picture I have of him. And he genuinely such a nice fella. And before I saw the line forming, and I was like, I don't have anything. And I saw earlier on, I saw a vinyl album. And I've been wanting to get into vinyl for a really long time. I just haven't because I've been living in London in a really cramped like apartment. I didn't have space for it. But I finally moved out of London and I now have space. I don't have a vinyl player yet, but I have in fact bought the Violet Evergarden Autumn Memories album, and he's even signed it. You can see there. So I'm very happy about this purchase as well. It was honestly, for a vinyl, I got 3 discs in there. It was £40, I think, or 45.
Yeah.
Very good value for money.
Especially
Vinyl
since
is
you've got it
around,
signed now.
yeah, and it's signed. Yeah, it's probably worth more than it was before, but I'm not obviously not going to sell it. But yeah, I'm very glad to have met the guy.
Got scammed them.
Good as- no, but like genuinely, if you, that's another reason to visit Comic-Con. If there is anyone you look up to in the creator or art workspace, voice actors, things like that. Speaking of voice actors, the voice actor for Ahsoka was there.
Yes.
For those
Actually,
of you who like Clone Wars, I didn't get a chance to go meet her because the line was ridiculously long. But yeah, for those of you who like certain celebrities or creators, just check on the Comic-Con website who's going to be there on that day. And then
to be
just,
fair, we'll link the MCM London
yes, we'll
in the
pop it in the
description.
description.
I've already got the website, so it's going to just be copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
But
But yeah, like it's honestly, it was such a great experience to meet someone who I've been looking up to for so long. I'm not very musically inclined, but it definitely helped me listening to his music, and I can feel the passion and emotions in his sound. And for me, that was like, I was really upset because he had a concert the previous night, which I didn't know about, and I would have happily gone to. I only found out like the day of the concert. But yeah, I mean, if he ever comes back, I'm definitely gonna go to that one. But I was very glad to be able to meet him the day of Comic-Con.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there were tons of. I mean, to be fair, for this one, unfortunately, on the Friday, apart from Ashley Eckstein, who again the queue was just way too long
Yeah.
to be worth doing, there wasn't many people who I wanted to meet in particular. Nathan Fillion was there, but he wasn't there the Friday, which was the day we went, which was a shame. But at the same time, I imagine his queue would have been just as long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one because obviously,
Critical Role will
as we
be there.
mentioned, Critical Role's there, and I really like Fox Machina. I've watched some of the podcasts of them actually playing D&D. I've not watched all of them. I mean, the number of hours for that as well. But
Yeah. I don't blame you.
even
It took me like 2 years to get through campaign 1. And that
yeah,
was listening at 2 times speed.
but even then, like they're all voice actors in other things, which I like as well. Like, I mean, Matt Mercer's Levi, as I mentioned, he's Jesse McCree. Um, Laura Bailey, I believe she's Black Widow in Marvel Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Paul Casty, sorry. Um, but yeah, so it's just really interesting for that. And I know, Grog's
Travis.
Travis, isn't he in a lot of things? Like most of
Yeah,
the animated series, he's
yeah,
Thor.
that sounds right.
Oh, honestly, all of them amazing voice actors. I'm not good. If I listed what all of them, that would be the entire podcast alone.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's going to be cool that they're on there.
Yeah,
But my main excitement is just seeing the other cosplays, if I'm
yeah,
honest.
yeah. Um, I'm not really. I mean, I was talking about how amazing it was to meet Evan Cole earlier, but I'm not like someone who goes out of my way to keep up with like celebrities' lives and things, and
Evan Cole
so
didn't cause you to go to the Comic-Con.
exactly. I didn't even know he was there until the day. But what I will say though is, if that's something you like, then look out for it. If not, there's so many other things like we've talked about to go and
Mhm.
do. Um, there's loads of
And I
games
mean,
as well. We didn't even talk about. There's loads of
yes,
little activities and games to do. There's loads of there was a bunch of tabletop games that they'd set up, board games, a Warhammer. I really wanted to do some Warhammer, but the guy went on a really long lunch break and I couldn't find him afterwards.
yeah,
But then there was also like painting miniatures. I ended up buying a little. What did I buy? A beholder. I bought a beholder
hold on.
for our D&D when we eventually resumed that and do an
If it ever
in-person session.
returns, please.
It's
Um,
been a while.
but yeah, honestly, another piece of advice. We won't make it an advice segment. We'll just throw them in random parts. Another piece of advice that I'll give is honestly pace yourself. It was our first Comic Con, and I think we went a bit like, oh my god, we need to see
We
everything.
were
We need to go
trying
everywhere.
to cover everything and we were just running through the whole place like really quick. I remember the first time we went through everything, I barely got to look at each stall before moving on.
Yeah.
And then I went round again and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I do regret not buying a couple more things. I think I'd already spent £100 and I wasn't really willing to go much over that. But like, if I had the opportunity, I feel like I wanted to buy my sister a present and I never ended up buying that, so I was a little upset that I didn't manage to do that. But I'll be getting something from Japan as a concession, so
Mhm.
it's not the end of the world. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, as Adam mentioned before, budget yourself, and then I'd say go around all the places, and then go to buy things, unless it's something like that figure where there's only two
Yeah.
of them. Don't like, because there are so many different things there. I didn't think I'd end up buying the 8080 figure because I was more leaning towards buy. There was a few really nice like rugs. There was like a nice berserk like throw that you could put on like a couch or something, and I really wanted that, or a wall. But like genuinely, like I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, I could buy that online, but this figure, I just saw it and I was like, and I met the lady and she was really lovely, so I was like, oh, you know what, I'll buy that. And I made that decision at the end of the day. Um, and I was glad, because if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had the budget to buy that figure. If I'd bought, like, there was a bunch of posters I saw earlier on in the day which looked sick, and a mouse pad and things like that. And I did want these things, but I thought I can get these things later or at a different time. And right now, I just my options were buy one big purchase or a bunch of little purchases, and I went with the
Mhm.
one big purchase, and then I ended up buying the album anyway. But
Yeah. You had the
I
opportunity
had
to
the
get it signed.
opportunity to get it signed. I wasn't gonna let that go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to do it if it was just someone I knew, but it just he's he's like someone I really look up to. So I was like, you know what, let me go out my way to do that.
Mhm.
Because I remember I split up from you guys, and did you just
Yeah.
go around
So
looking at cosplays?
you split. Yeah, you split from us twice. The
Yeah,
first time, yeah, that was going around looking for cosplayers, just getting pictures, chatting to them a tiny bit. I think the second time we went around Artist Alley again.
yeah. I remember because the first time I was with one of our friends, we both went around. That's when I went and bought the beholder. and then I say I bought but he bought it for me actually because
Oh, did he?
yeah, well he owed me money for the pizza, so
Fair enough.
just ended up buying that and to cover it. So random interlude. If you like Chicago, no, it's Detroit style pizza. Go to Salve's in London. It's
We have
very
been
very good.
sponsored by.
This episode is sponsored by Salve. Honestly, I've been going there since the last year, and it is incredible.
He used to live
I
very
live
close
very
to
close
it.
to that
So,
area, so I could just walk over. But yeah, like good pizza. Oh,
speaking of
food in
food, though,
Comic-Con. Yeah, I just
yes,
thought
um,
we
I
brought our
would
own
definitely
food, and I would definitely recommend
actually
bringing your own food.
even even earlier than that breakfast. Honestly, I recommend have
We went to
go out,
Spoons.
have a big breakfast.
We
Yep.
went to Spoons.
So
I
we went
stuffed
to
myself with Spoons
Weatherspoons,
breakfast.
and honestly, do it because I mean, I didn't actually look at the prices of food at the event, but none of it stood out to me as like, oh, I need to get this.
Yeah.
Like,
There was
but yeah,
some. I mean, the
honestly,
food looked good. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like pay close attention to it because we already had we had our Tesco meal deals. But the prices were a little on the high end. I
yeah.
remember looking. There was a couple that seemed affordable, but I don't know the portion sizes of those. But like the boba tea was like £8 or something, I think.
Yeah, it was quite
It was
expensive.
expensive, and I was just like, I'm already spending a lot on like figures and things. I can go a meal without having something extravagant. I just like the Tesco meal deal on top. Like,
You know
um,
what? I do wish we got a photo of Toji, Gojo, and Nanami sat at Weatherspoons chowing down their
that
breakfast.
would have
I
been
think
really
that would have
funny.
actually been a really good
Oh
photo.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. I
yeah,
didn't think about that.
honestly, like yeah, bring in food for the event. Have a big breakfast beforehand because your
You're
body
gonna do
needs
a
that
lot
fuel.
of walking. I think. I mean, we did a lot of walking afterwards as well, but I think we did about 20,000 steps that day at
I
least.
think the day ended with 22K,
Yeah, it was
and
22.
then
I do remember. And then we had we had a long trip back as
Pepe's.
well. That was, and then we had Pepe's. Yeah.
We didn't have a long trip back because
Oh
the
no, no, no!
Lizzie
The
line
trip
came.
there. Oh my god, the Lizzie line was shut down the morning trying to get there. By the way, Lizzie line on top has AC, brilliant, everything. The issue
Very
was
nice in a
it
heat
was
wave.
yes, very nice in a heat wave. The issue was it was shut down, so we had to take the Central line. Which, if you haven't lived in London before or haven't experienced it, the Central line has got to be like one of the top three worst lines. Central line is not good. It's almost as bad as the Northern line. The Northern line is terrible. Avoid it at all costs. But
We are
yeah,
not sponsored by the Northern
we are
Line.
not sponsored by the Lizzie line, however. But anyway, thankfully on the way back there was the Lizzie line, and it only took us about 50 minutes to get home. Which
Less, honestly.
is
I think it
less.
was like 40.
It was about 40.
It was so quick.
That's standard travel time in London. Like the actual distance you travel isn't very far, but it takes a while. The only reason the way there though, it took us like an hour and 20 minutes maybe. It
Hour
was a long
20.
time.
However, you know what? I honestly think it was quite fun traveling
It
in
was
the
fun,
cosplay. It
and I
was.
loved seeing all the. There was a point where we got off the Central line onto the DLR, I think it's called, and then we just saw like people just pop out the woodworks with all their different
You could
cosplays.
tell you were getting
Yeah.
closer to the event
Yeah,
because
yeah,
more and more cosplayers were getting onto the underground,
yeah.
and yeah, it was quite nice. I mean, funnily enough, the cosplays that I saw on the metro, I didn't see any of them at the actual
I
event, but there
saw
were so many people.
I saw the Gandalf again.
Oh yeah,
I saw the Gandalf again a couple times, but yeah,
because
there wasn't many.
I was stood next to this person who did this Mahito cosplay, and it was so the makeup for her, the scars was so well done,
Mhm.
and I remember I looked out for her when we were at the actual event, but didn't see her at all. But there,
Yeah.
I mean, thing is, there were so many people who you'd see once, and that was it. Then there was other people who you kept on bumping into. Like, did you see clone trooper with like from the thing where like they get not clone trooper, sorry, stormtrooper from the like short story where they get infected by this
Oh,
parasite.
yeah, yeah. I saw
Did
him
you see that
once.
guy?
I only saw him
I saw him
once.
like 4 times,
I
and then there
remember
was this.
I kept seeing it was when I was trying to, when we'd separated and me and our friend were trying to find you, and
Yeah,
we just kept seeing this other Toji, and every time I saw, because he had the same figure as you as well,
Flushy.
the same
Yeah.
plushie, and every time I saw it, I was like, oh, it's Adam, it's not Adam, oh, it's Adam, oh, it's not Adam. But yeah, you see, it's because everyone snakes around the venue in the same way. So you just kind of end up following along with the same people. I saw this one Helldiver a bunch of times as well.
Yeah, I saw this Atom Eve cosplay, which was really good, and I kept bumping into her. And there was one other cosplay which I kept bumping into. But yeah, honestly, but then there was other ones, like there was this Gojo one which I quite liked, and it was like from the beginning where I wasn't very comfortable for asking for pictures, and I wish I asked for a picture, but yeah, she just vanished into thin air, literally.
There are literally like
Never saw
you
her again.
can't, but you cannot if you're looking for someone who you've seen previously in the thing. Unless you have their contact details, you cannot find them. Like I said, I was looking for Adam, me and my friend, and we went around for like an hour and a half. We were trying to make a challenge, like, can we find them before they call us, or we have to call them to go do something? And we could not, in fact, find them. We
I
ended up
think,
having to call. We were
yeah,
very close to each other. It was like, I remember we were like here, and you guys were by the eBay stall, which was like only about
yeah,
a 2 minute walk away from. Not even that. It was like maybe 200 meters. But it's just impossible to find each other. It's so crowded.
yeah.
That is one thing I'll say. If
Oh,
you're not a fan of crowded spaces, just be prepared. It gets quite
to be
crowded.
fair, on the website they did have quiet areas
Yeah,
assigned for people to
yeah.
get over. Like at Comic-Con, they actually do it really well.
They're all.
But
It's very well organized.
one
The
piece of advice. Sorry, uh, I was just going to say for people who are potentially cosplaying for the first time, like we were, think about how you're going to keep your phone on you and your wallet. Me
Oh
and Pretty.
my god. That was so annoying. I had to keep giving my phone to one of our friends, and then it just wasn't ideal because I needed it I needed to take a picture, I needed it to pay for things. It was a mess. I didn't have any pockets. In the end, I gave up and I just held my phone the whole time. But even my wallet, it was just with my friend the whole day. Like, I
Yeah,
just couldn't
our
keep anything
passes.
on me. Our passes,
Like,
like, not... Like, if I was separated from them and didn't have access to that and I needed it, it would have been a massive issue.
yeah.
But yeah, like, make sure you have solutions for that sort of thing. Whether it is a friend just carrying them around for you, which, it's not the worst thing. It was a little inconvenient, but... If I was going by myself, it would have been awful if I didn't have pockets.
I mean, to be fair, if you do have a friend who's not in cosplay, honestly, suggest they take a backpack and just
Yes,
if they're
we did
happy
have
to
an
carry
assigned
it.
backpack person for the day.
Like he offered it, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was really I was really thankful for that because it would have been so
It would have been
inconvenient.
impossible.
Because
I mean, you had
obviously,
the big plushie on your back as well. You wouldn't have even been able
which
to
I
wear
could
a backpack.
store, I could have maybe stored my wrap inside,
You could
but
have, yeah.
it had a pocket. To be fair, speaking of that thing, another piece of advice for potential new cosplayers: be aware of the space you will take up with your cosplay. I had
Oh my god. Adam had
I
a
had
little.
the
So he had the inverted spear of heaven. For those of you who don't know, that's
Mhm.
Toji's weapon he uses to fight Gojo with.
and I had it so it could fit inside the cursed spirit on my shoulder. What I
He
didn't
also
think
had
of,
it poking out into my back every 5 minutes. I could not, because obviously it was fair enough. He didn't want to poke strangers, so he stood to my right. In order for, because it was on his left. But it just kept poking me the whole time.
and like it was when I'd turn, because okay, very aware of our body. We're maybe even aware of if we're wearing a backpack, because you wear a backpack for how many years at school? Like, you're used to it. But sticking out forwards,
It was just
I
like,
turn and I kept hit. And my nightmare was if there's someone where they're head level with me.
oh my
And I
god.
did hit a couple strangers a few times and obviously apologized, so I felt really bad. It was taps. It wasn't like aggressive smacks to them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, just be aware of that, because actually yesterday I was talking to one of my friends about my Levi cosplay, and we're thinking of making the ODM gear, like the boxes for it, and we were talking about how will we do it so that doesn't end up being a similar situation, except instead of bumping someone's shoulder or head or something,
Take out
it's
their
going to trip
ankles.
them up. It's going to just, I'm going to turn and hear a bang
Big
and someone
thud.
gets tripped up.
Uh-huh.
That is how Levi beat the Beast Tyson the first time.
Yeah. Take out their ankles.
But, but yeah.
Yeah, just
But
be
honestly,
mindful of
no.
your own space.
Don't overthink it and stop yourself from
There were
cosplaying with all
massive
these, by the way.
cosplays. There were really big
Yeah.
cosplays. I don't know what it was from, but there was this giant monster dude.
Oh
And
my god,
that looked really cool. It
it
can't
looked
have
really
been.
cool. It looked terrifying.
It did look
Well,
terrifying. It can't have been comfortable in there. There was three Daleks as well, and Adam has a picture of the inside
oh.
of one of them, and it looked so cramped in there.
No, the terrifying thing about those Daleks is, so they were just slowly cruising around going exterminate, whatever. Then they met one of the doctors, someone cosplaying as a doctor. And I just hear them all simultaneously screaming exterminate, as suddenly these things rev up to about 15, 20 miles per hour and zoom after this
That can't
guy.
have been safe.
And,
They just yommed. They were really
and
fast.
I didn't expect. Obviously, they're electric and like they can just accelerate, but I did not expect it. I mean, at the time as well, I thought they were all remote
I
controlled.
thought so too. I didn't realize they had people
Yeah,
inside them until you told me.
like because they had someone following around them, and
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was just to like stop them from bumping into things and stuff like that.
I imagine
And
they didn't have good peripheral vision.
yeah, and I thought that dude was just remote control.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, in the photo I've got, you can literally see the person like jumping out of it as well. But yeah, everything was really impressive, and honestly, everyone was really nice. Don't go. I'm going to keep emphasizing this. Don't stop yourself from going because you're scared of, oh, maybe I won't enjoy my time there. Because end of the day, you can leave anytime. Don't stop yourself from cosplaying because you're nervous of your cosplay might be low effort or anything. Because one, everyone starts somewhere. Like, and also, my cosplay was
We
relatively
said
low effort. I
earlier,
had a
we
handful of
spent like
people
less
up
than
to
£20
us.
on both of our cosplays, and it was just. It was so fine. There was so many people with similar looking cosplays, and so many people who came over, even with way better cosplays, and they'd come over and be like, "Let's get a picture together," and
Yeah.
that was really cool. Because I was like, "Oh, I've just got a generic cosplay. There's gonna be 100 Gojos, and there's gonna be some much better than me." I didn't even shave my beard because like I'm not shaving this, but like I was an Indian Gojo man. Oh, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to cosplay someone who isn't the same race or gender as you. I saw so many cosplays of other genders. I saw so many cosplays of, well, like myself, just characters who are different skin colors from you. Just don't be worried about that.
Remember, cosplay is for fun. Like, don't stop yourself. Like, there were tons of people, males, cosplaying as female characters. Don't stop yourself from cosplaying as one of your favorite characters because you're scared of it being cringe.
We're just
I
we're,
can't remember what I was up
we're
to.
just cutting back in. I just got a phone call from my mum. We were talking about cringe. Don't be afraid of cringe.
Don't let your mind stop you from doing things you enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I think we're gonna do another episode on this topic, but as I've become older, I've just kind of realized like I just need to be who I am and stop being worried about what other people think of me. In school, it felt like a whole thing. like, oh, I have to like be normal, quote unquote. But who's normal? Everyone has their own quirks. Everyone has their own interests. Just be who you are. Um,
Hmm. As
and
as
that
long as you're
applies.
happy, you're not making other people sad.
Yeah,
Like
that's the main thing.
that's the main thing.
I guess we don't have to do that other episode. No,
Yeah, that's it.
that's
Summed
it.
up.
That's it. That's the take home
No, but
message.
because seriously though, like I know a few years ago for me, I would not have done cosplay. Like that Denji thing was already me going out of my comfort zone. Like
One of our
that
friends
was
who came with us, I was surprised he did cosplay.
yes.
He's usually the type of person who is sort of
And,
scared to be cringe.
mhm,
But we had a long conversation after Comic Con about this very topic, and we were saying like, well, first of all, it started because I said, "Oh, I'm surprised that you were happy to cosplay," and he was like, "Yeah, we've had these conversations before. We've known each other for years now, but he." His opinions have changed after Comic Con because going to Comic Con made him realize the same thing that we've been saying this whole episode. Like, there are
mhm,
so many people out there who have the same interests as you. You don't need to feel isolated. Sure, you might not know anyone right now that would want to go to Comic Con with you or has similar interests like anime, video games, but you can find them if you just put in a little bit of effort. Um,
mhm.
and yeah, just make sure to be nice and be pleasant, and you'll find people.
Yeah, because honestly, you're only hindering your own enjoyment.
Yeah,
Because what's the worst that happens? Okay, you might not have an amazing time and you'll just know for the future. I mean, I know for a fact, like, it's not everyone's thing. Like,
I'd say there's only
because,
about 50 of maybe even 40% of people were in cosplay. But
yeah, don't feel like you have to
don't feel like
cosplay.
you have to cosplay. Yeah, you do. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. And if you are and you don't have a massive budget, do a simple one. I have an idea for a cosplay that I've been wanting to do for years, and I just haven't gotten around to it because it's way too big. I want to do a cosplay of a space marine, but I want to build it to scale. So like a fucking 8 foot. Am I allowed to swear? An 8 foot tall space marine dude, and then yeah, but like that's not really feasible for me right now. So that's something I'm gonna slowly build up to,
Mhm.
um, and you don't have to go all out on your first attempt.
I mean,
It's
I've got a few cosplay ideas that is like brewing. Obviously, Levi's my next one. However, like, end of the day, it's like I just want to make them, get around to it. I mean, I'd say we're relatively creative people. Obviously, we're not the most creative people, even in our interests. I'd say we're the bottom percentage of creativity. So many like fan artists and things. It's
hmm,
absolutely amazing the stuff they make. But like, I want to learn. I want to do more creative stuff. Like when I'm interested in something, I want to put time into learning it, and that's why for this Levi one, I'm wanting to make a lot of it because I remember explaining it to people, and they were like, "Why not just buy it? Like the materials, they're not necessarily going to be cheap. Just buy it, and it'll probably look better as well." And honestly, yeah, it probably would. But
as a
getting
long
some
term goal, it's a good
time,
idea to like
yeah.
practice making things because eventually, like I would like to make my next one. Hopefully, I have time for it. But if you know, if you keep practicing, then it'll help me get to my big goal of making that giant space marine
Hmm,
suit. You know, I can't just make that as my third cosplay. That's not gonna happen. And if it
yeah.
does, it wouldn't be very good. I'm sure. You got to build yourself up. It's like learning anything. You have to start slow and then add to it. It's a learning process.
Because today's what, the 2nd of June, I think?
Yeah, that
And
sounds right.
the October Comic-Con is end of October. So I've got basically 5 months to
Mm-hmm.
do it. I've already started bits of it. I can't properly start it until the end of this month when I'll because my parents have a glue gun and sewing machine and I'll be seeing them for my birthday at the end of the month. Um so they're going to bring that when they visit. But like, yeah, I'm getting it started. I'm looking into materials and stuff, and I mean, it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be my first attempt properly making stuff for it. It's not going to be the best, but I think I'm going to enjoy it. I think the process I'm going to enjoy, and I think a lot of things in my life, when I've wanted it, I'm able to do it. Basically, I'll
Yeah.
sink the time in and I'll get it. Oh my god, you just said that with your mouth shut on my end.
Maybe I'm trying to
I don't
pick me up.
I don't know. but but yeah, like end of the day, put if you enjoy it, do it. If you don't bother. I think I definitely would recommend it to a lot of people. If it's not your thing, fine. But honestly, I'd recommend to a lot of people who are nerdy interests, try it,
Yeah.
honestly. If because I mean, I've mentioned it countless times. I've probably mentioned it a couple times in here. I didn't expect to enjoy it anywhere near as much as I did. I thought, okay, yeah, I'll enjoy this one, then I'll probably just do the same cosplay for a few attempts. Maybe I'll adjust it slightly, but no, literally, it was got back that evening, and me and Abhinav, oh,
Oh,
showed
I'll
names,
bleep his name out. Don't
oh,
worry.
um, we'll just ask him if he's happy for us
Yeah.
to have his name in. But me and that person, we literally just lay there talking about all our next cosplays. This is the person who Pratik was surprised about him being happy cosplaying in the first place. But yeah, we were literally sat there, and this is the person who will be making his cosplay with me as well once he's back in July time. So I'm
Hmm.
getting a head start on mine, but I think mine's going to require a lot more
Do you know what he said he
stuff
was gonna
for it.
do?
Oh, it's a guy with a sword arm, and he wears rags.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. He's doing what's his name? From
I think it begins
Dororo.
with
It's the
D.
main
Yeah,
character from
Doro.
Dororo. I forgot his name. Maybe it is just Dororo. No, it can't be Dororo. Dororo's the kid, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. It's been way too long since I've Dororo. Let me do some research. Uh,
But
Hyakimaru.
yeah,
Hyakimaru is Dororo.
that one.
Yeah, that guy. He's very cool. Dororo's a great show for those who haven't watched it. I'm pretty sure you haven't watched it.
No, I
Um,
haven't.
it's very good.
It's
Very
on
good.
my. It's in my homework for
The
animes to watch.
ever-growing to watch
Ever,
list.
the ever-growing list.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like we're going to hopefully make that. We'll hopefully make my Levi's stuff. I mean, some of the people in my course, they're one of my good friends that I've made. He's wanted to help me, but he's helping me make the swords at the moment, and he's wanted me to make the tripping hazard of the boxes where you keep all the swords in. In fact, he wants to make all of it, like the back and everything as well. I'm trying to hold him down because I'm like, hang on, this is a lot
I
of
wanna
work.
I wanna do it as well. um,
But yeah, and I mean, this person, because I think I told you, me and Doro cosplayer person who we don't know if we can say his name or not, we're possibly going to Anime Con in August. And the person helping me make the swords, he might join if we go Anime Con. But
mhm.
honestly, I need to see what's going on with my course for it because
Scheduling
Comic
is a
Con.
massive issue. Like what this time I was free. I'm basically in my summer holidays right now before I start working. And but in October I will be midway through my work. I can't I have to take leave basically to get to Comic-Con. Which I mean it's fine. I to be honest, I need to go down that to London that week anyway because I'm graduating that week. Um, but thank you. But yeah, it's you have to plan your life around these sorts of things. It feels like sometimes, but don't get too bogged down by it. If it's something you plan ahead, it's very achievable to do.
As well, it's a 3 day event
Yeah, you don't
over the
have to.
weekend.
Yeah, you're not bound to going on one day specifically. Um,
And if you can't make it, honestly, there's always going to be another one.
there's two a year. I'm pretty sure in the UK.
So
Um,
there's 2 London ones, 1 Birmingham
oh,
one,
okay. There's three
and
a
then
year.
there's probably an Edinburgh one.
Maybe, yeah.
Like I can imagine there would be, and even then, there's this weekend. Sorry, weekend that's just gone. There was one in Germany. It begins with D. Docomo.
I
I,
don't know
I can't,
it.
but that one was a big one.
Yeah,
And
just yeah. For those of you who don't live in the UK, just look up in your country. I mean, I know the US has a bunch of big Comic Con events, but for those of you who live in there was so many people from other countries at this one. I met someone from Estonia who came to London for Comic Con, which was kind of crazy. So there's always things around and things that you will be able to do. Um, just do your research and find out
and
what's
who
available
knows, you
to you.
might make international friends.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
aren't I smart? I sent a message saying what we were talking about beforehand. International Comic Cons.
yeah. Um,
Anyway, we'll tune back in now. Back again from
hello.
another
I keep getting called. I'm very
tune
popular
call.
today. Um,
See, I booked my schedule up for this, so to
yeah.
make
Well,
sure.
I'm very
Uh,
busy at the moment, so I'm very popular at the moment, so I
I'm
can't.
just treating this more seriously, obviously. Anyway, we were on the international Comic Cons, and yeah, I'd love to do some. My only concern in the future for if we ever do it is transporting
Oh my god,
props
getting
and things.
cosplay, getting like if you've got a sword, how are you gonna take that across on a
Well,
plane?
well, you can
Well,
take it hand luggage.
yeah.
Sorry, not hand luggage, not hand luggage.
Do not take a
To be,
sword in your hand luggage.
but yeah, we can take it like check-in. But then if it's like homemade, there's the risk of damage and things like that, obviously. But I mean, it's all future
Mm-hmm.
concerns, really. I'll have good contacts.
Yeah.
Um, with
um.
flight planes.
Yeah.
I'm a pilot, by the way.
Adam's a pilot.
Uh,
Um. Not yet.
and
Almost.
no, I've been a pilot since 2023.
Okay, you're not a commercial pilot yet.
Is true.
Um.
Anyway, Um, you said you wanted to go on about negatives for Comic
Well, I
Con,
didn't
right?
want to be like, oh, Comic Con was shit or anything,
You
but
He wanted to say how he had
oh,
only
it's a
an
terrible
awful time.
experience. I hated it. I
No
would
one
never
should ever do
recommend going Comic Con. No. I do want to mention a couple of things. There was one cosplay in particular of Reze,
Yeah,
for
I
those
know
of
which.
you who have watched the Chainsaw Man movie.
I
Um,
read the manga like
or
me.
read the manga. And I will throw up a picture of Reze, the character, and I will
Oh,
throw.
I thought you
Not
were
of this
not.
I don't have a picture of this person, but I'll throw up the exact picture of the cosplay that they were doing of Reze, and the specific moment that they were doing it in. And just for some context, it is during a fight that happens, and Reze's clothes get kind of obliterated, and she's basically just in her underwear. Now, we've mentioned already there were kids at this Comic Con, and there were families. They're like, and regardless of if they were kids or not, I just don't think it's appropriate to be wearing
Oh,
very revealing cosplay. Um,
yeah.
and we're not 100% sure, but we think this person might have been asked to leave because we didn't see them again. We saw them once or twice in the morning.
It does say in the
The
Comic Con like
rules in, yeah,
that.
they
I
specify
think it's like
not to have any
swimwear's
explicit,
okay, but
yeah,
underwear's not okay, and this person was just in underwear
just in
basically.
underwear, yeah. And it was a bit too revealing. So just, I'm not saying this is a criticism to that person. I'm sure they just they didn't have bad intentions. They just wanted to cosplay a character they like, but just keep in mind what you're wearing and that there are other people there.
Be
And
aware, Comic Con's a family-friendly event.
it is a friendly event. There were loads of kids there. If I had kids, I would not be comfortable with them going if people were dressed like that. So just be aware of your own cosplays and just make sure they're appropriate for the occasion. There's a massive list of rules on the MCM website that you can refer to. They're very
And
specific about things like prop swords and like any equipment that you have. So
Thing is, as well,
great referral guide.
I will add on that they're not overly strict.
It's not restrictive, but they're all reasonable things to have on there. It's things like don't bring an actual sword into the event because that's a terrible idea.
Yes.
Don't bring a real gun because that's a terrible idea. Things like that.
Think of it this way with the restrictions. Okay, you might be very responsible. I'm sure most of you are. However, think of it this way: if some imbecile takes it from you, and like, if they can do damage, it's not worth having.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
Um,
think of it this way: you definitely trust yourself, but would you trust someone who you don't know with it? If not, don't.
Speaking of, that leads us on to the second negative thing is I didn't see this, but Adam saw this, where somebody grabbed someone else's cosplay prop. Do you want to talk more about that? Because I
Yeah,
wasn't
so
actually there.
I don't fully remember it, but so basically, it was someone was cosplaying as. Sorry, I've not seen it. It's Ash, isn't it? The
Ash from
protagonist.
Pokemon, yeah.
And it was these two people. One, they were recording a TikTok or something, and they ran up to this dude screaming "Ash, Ash, Ash." I could see the cosplayer was already very uncomfortable, and yeah, they took this prop off him. I think
Which is a
he just
Pokeball.
they asked, yeah, Pokeball. I think they asked to see it, and then this person showed it, and then they took it off him, turned around, and then lobbed it at this other person, saying, "Oh, I'ma capture you." Or I can't remember what they said. They
Mm-hmm.
lobbed it at this woman, and then she turned around, understandably annoyed and upset. And then they were goofing around, and then they ran off. And it's like, it was just like so unnecessary. This was actually whilst you were getting your
My thing
what do you
signed,
call it,
yeah.
your vinyl, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just very unnecessary, and it was like I don't know. I feel like maybe I should have said something at the time, but it's one of those things in the moment where honestly I was just shocked of
Mm-hmm.
what I was seeing because
It,
everyone basically was just normal. In fact,
yeah.
everyone was so normal and kind that I even forgot about this thing happening until you just brought it up. When you
Yeah.
first said it, I was like, "Did I see?" Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this phrase they use that says cosplay is not consent, and that is
Yes.
like very true. If you see someone in cosplay, maybe their character in the show like loves getting stabbed. I'm just making up an example. That does not give you the consent to see this person cosplaying that character and go over and stab them.
You were cosplaying Gojo.
Yeah,
Imagine if people kept throwing things at you, saying, "Oh, you've got
you've got
infinity."
infinity, exactly. Yeah, that would have been awful.
Like,
So just bear in mind just behave like a normal person, and bear in mind that people here, everyone's here because they love the same things, similar things, but they aren't your friends. They're strangers, and you need to act as if they are strangers. I mean, don't feel like scared to go up to them and things. It is an event. It is a very social event. But don't also take that as an excuse to just
don't
behave like,
advantage.
yeah, don't take advantage of that. Like, if I did that to one of my friends, it would be fine because we've known each other for so many years. But if I did that to a random stranger, that would not be appropriate. So just keep that in mind when you're, at this event. Everyone is here to have a good time, and you can have a good time without ruining someone else's time.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Even though I kept hitting people, I thought whilst we had that mini break, yeah, this is what I had.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't have the chain on.
Thankfully, he
And
didn't
yeah,
have the sharp end poking out because that would have stabbed me in
yes.
the back.
But yeah,
Although
I
it's not that sharp,
basically
to be fair. It fits
had
the
this
Comic-Con
inside,
regulations.
and
Yep.
it just kept, as I turned, it kept whacking someone. And, I felt really bad, but it's a learning thing though, isn't it? And
Yeah.
oh,
It's something to keep in mind for next time.
it's a spoiler, but I'll cover it. I've
Oh
got your
yeah,
40% off
the
sticker still in it.
40% off sticker's
I,
still in there.
I
Nice.
don't have it actually. Second. Ugh.
Oh.
I was. This is another thing. don't take Comic-Con super seriously. Don't, even if your cosplay is a serious character, you don't have to be serious. I mean, I am not a serious person in real life most of the time. I can be when I have to be, but I was walking around in this photo, just asking people if they've seen my son. For those who don't know, this is the character I was cosplaying, son, and unfortunately we didn't actually see anyone. But yeah, people found it funny. People who were fans of the show found it really funny, and honestly, I think just enjoy yourself. Like, if your character's serious, doesn't mean you have to be serious and miserable all the time.
You can like
Like,
play into the role if you want to, but
yeah.
just remember that the people who you'll be talking to, most of them won't be doing that, and most of them are just normal people who are willing to, meet you and have. I mean, I know like Deadpool is notorious. Like when people cosplay Deadpool, they play Deadpool. That's like kind of
Yeah.
the fun of it. Which is fine, and if you want to do that, that's fine. But again, remember to like behave accordingly in front of strangers. Like the Daleks, for example, they weren't being real Daleks by going around killing everyone. They were running very fast at people. To be fair, but,
Imagine Mahito, that person just slapping everyone.
yeah, boom, boom, boom.
The Saitama cosplay will be mighty.
But yeah, just remember to be nice. Really, that's the best message we can give. And enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because everyone's there to have fun. You're there to have fun, and the important thing, really. Oh, also, I know it wasn't bad for us, but please shower before you go.
Yeah,
Please
it
have
didn't
some
smell.
deodorant,
It didn't
some
smell
body spray.
at all on the day. Thankfully, I was worried because it was so hot as well. I was worried that it was
Yeah.
gonna stink. But we made sure to get a bunch of deodorant. We even brought spare deodorant with us.
We had Pratik do his weekly shower that day.
No, I shower every day. Do not, do not slander me. Anyway, fuck you. I'm gonna cut that out now. I have the power here, bitch. This is on my computer.
I'll comment it.
Oh yeah, of course. Anyway, yeah, like make sure you are hygienic when you go, and yeah, just.
I mean, I'll be fair because I know it was well ventilated, but it was a hot day, and like even just keep some spare deodorant in your bag. I think it actually asks you to, like.
Deodorant is one of the cosplay requirements for showing up. I'm pretty sure.
Right. I mean, thing is though, I mean, I definitely mentioned this to one of our friends, but I think because we went on the Friday, we were lucky because I do understand, like, even though it was well ventilated, I was still sweaty by the end of the day. And, like, obviously, we just went on the Friday. Imagine getting into those same cosplays Saturday morning.
Oh my god.
To do round two. And, like, I understand. I'm not saying it's
if
justified,
if I were to go
but I
multiple
understand.
days, I'd probably not go in cosplay twice, or I'd want to have a different cosplay, or some other clothes, or have it washed.
Yeah, or at least
because
a different.
My clothes were not like nice by the end of the day.
I mean, I sent that picture of me putting on the Toji shirt with the worm sewed on the next day. I felt awful putting that on. I'm not gonna lie. That shirt needed to be. As soon as I got home, like I chucked on a different shirt after that, obviously. But as soon as I got home, that thing went straight in the wash. But yeah, I mean, even if it's like you take precautions like an undershirt or something, just so it's not as bad. But yeah, I have a feeling that is why, because I saw someone comment in the subreddit about how on Saturday apparently it did get a bit musky. I think that's the word. Towards the end of the day, so I can only imagine how Sunday was if any cosplayers were doing round 3.
Oh my god.
But overall though, a very pleasant experience. We've only went on the Friday, so I'm able to recommend the Friday. I mean, see what's going on. They've got a huge schedule.
Events on different days, and they've got different guests on different days. So if that's something you care about, then have a look at that.
Yeah, at the moment, Critical Role's only booked for Friday and Saturday. When we're going in October. So, but yeah, I mean, even like content creators who you watch, if they might be going and you might get to meet them. I mean, we didn't go because of it, but Tomska, he made an appearance there, and tons of people were getting photos with him. Like, and I know for the German one, a bunch of content creators went there over the weekend and like met up with their fans and things, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty nice. I'm sure there were people who we don't know about who were at London Comic-Con, just we didn't know who they were.
I mean,
But
another thing that just came to mind was keep in mind that content creators and celebrities and whoever's there, they're also people. They're also there to have a good
yeah,
time. Don't hound them. Don't be annoying. Don't like, you're not entitled to their time. They're coming there to have a good time. Maybe to do a panel, to do something, but as part of their job. But you know, definitely go up to them and speak to them and get pictures and things. But don't like make the day terrible for them, for example.
yeah, and honestly, that just goes with general cosplayers as well.
Yeah.
As I said, it was the best feeling having people come up to me to ask
Mm-hmm.
for photos. But if anyone says no, you're not entitled to that picture with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You're just asking if you can take that picture. Like,
I will say no one
don't
said no, but some people might
if
not be
someone did,
comfortable with it.
yeah.
But just keep that in mind, and give everyone their own space.
Anyways, we are going to have to start wrapping this one
Yeah,
up.
it's like, oh my god, we're an hour and 50
Yeah,
minutes almost into the recording.
I've because I'm putting the timer on for 20 minutes, and that's going to be the hard cap. Weather's not the best. Well, I say that with it really bright. Even though it looks like the sun's shining, it's actually not the nicest today.
It's
But
not that bad up here. I mean, there's not much sun, but
we've got rain the whole week
you've got
in
rain.
where I am. Yeah,
No flying
but
for you.
honestly, quite nice from the heat wave. Don't
The
bring
heat
it up.
wave was awful. It couldn't have picked a worse time.
Honestly, but yeah. Anyways, so overall, I think we've covered everything
Hmm.
worth covering at the moment. Like, I think I'd love to do a cosplay specific one, especially like
We could do that after the
uh,
October Comic-Con, maybe.
yeah, or even leading up to it, like
Yeah.
because there's some things which like to keep in mind with it that I've thought of, like because a lot of my pictures it's just me standing there, where it's like
Yeah.
I'm wanting to like think of some poses and
I
stuff
did.
to
I
come up.
mean, I did the same like infinity pose for Gojo every time. I popped the same
I mean,
emote.
yeah, I mean,
But
what you call it? I had like a
you
bunch
had
where
your
I'm just
hand
stood
way
there,
on the
and then I've
blade.
got.
Yeah.
I started part way through doing that, which it made the pictures a lot more dynamic and
Hmm.
interesting, which I'll definitely recommend you do because
Yeah.
it just felt more interesting. But yeah, overall, Comic Con was fun,
Good.
fun in it.
Enjoy. Go. Have
Yeah,
fun.
that could have been the whole podcast,
Yeah,
really.
that was
Fun in
it.
it.
Fun in it. Go.
Um,
It covers
for
such a
those of
wide
you,
range of interests as well. Like you don't have to, like I think we said before, but you don't have to enjoy anime to go. It's
yeah,
not just an anime thing. Um, just like look at what's on there. There's a lot of Marvel stuff.
gaming.
There's a lot of
Uh,
gaming things. Just yeah, go have
Honestly,
fun.
pop culture in general,
Yeah, yeah.
really. Like,
If you basically your litmus test is if you go into a HMV, is there anything in the HMV that you would enjoy? And if so, you'd probably like going to Comic Con.
yeah, honestly, fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, even then, like, if if you have interest in shows and stuff, you'll likely
I saw a
enjoy
lot
it.
of cosplays of Homelander from The Boys,
Yeah,
actually. There was one really good one in the scene where he murders a bunch of people, where he's splattered in blood.
yeah.
That guy was he just fully coated his face in red.
hmm
Um,
And I bet there's going to be a bunch of Vox Machina ones in
oh
October,
yeah, oh
because
yeah.
especially with it being a colder month as well, people are going to definitely be. Anyway, you said we should do a review of the last week or
Oh,
so
to wrap
at the
up
end
the
of.
end
So
of the episode.
we've got 15 minutes. Just so you guys know, I know Pratik might want to hide this, but this is our first actual recording. It's going to be the second
Yeah,
video we
this is
release,
gonna be
but it's actually our first
just to
recording
break the fourth
because
wall a little bit.
well, we thought that like Comic-Con has happened, and I didn't really want us to keep waiting to make this one.
Mhm.
I thought, even though like it's not going to be our first thing to release, I think it's good timing to
It has
actually,
already been like 2 weeks
yeah,
since Comic-Con, hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
we wanted to
definitely,
keep it fresh. But I
but
mean, yeah, like what have I done this last week? I moved. I moved out of London. I'm back in
yeah,
the northeast now. My I hate London. I've lived there for 6 years. I say that, okay. I do really like London. There's loads of bits of it I do like, but
it's a shame that I only moved to Oxford
I was gonna
recently.
say that earlier. It's really annoying because Adam moved close to London as I'm leaving London. Although you're not there for too much longer, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully you can get to your job soon. We might end up living together. Who knows?
maybe.
Maybe. And then anyway, yeah, I moved. It was quite hectic. I had our friend help me. Same guy who's doing the Dororo cosplay in October. If it wasn't for him, I would not have been able to move back easily. I actually had to leave some of my stuff in London. One of my flatmates is holding on to it for me until I can go back down to pick it up. I'll be going in a few weeks to go to Japan, so. But yeah, like busy week for me.
Yeah, I mean, my week it involved a lot of Weatherspoons because for any Brits, I think like 80% of Weatherspoons
They
have
have
working
AC.
AC.
Yep.
So if it's a heat wave, go there. I was studying. I had a test which I passed, thankfully. And I basically spent most of my revision in Weatherspoons, as well as obviously the cosplay props. I've also started working on my fitness and dieting. I've
Yeah.
lost 2 kilos.
Hooray! Let's go.
But yeah, hoping to stick to that, and hopefully now that it's in writing online, I will more likely stick to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, uh, met with one of my friends who moved back from Spain recently. He had to stay in Spain a bit longer, and met up with him. Had fun. Started uh, because the swords I'm making out of cardboard. I'm not sure if I mentioned, so
Yeah.
started carving those out. And yeah,
Your week
basically
sounds a
been.
lot more interesting than mine.
I mean, the main thing
I
I've
did.
been doing is revising and cosplay
Yeah.
prep.
I did catch up with one of my friends because he's been in the US for a few, like a month and a half. One of my flatmates, as part of our course, we go on an elective, and he decided to go to the US. And he came back, and we spent a few days going out together. And yeah, that was really fun. I did get a little emotional leaving London. It's been 6 years since I've been living there, so it's been a long time. But I'm glad to be out. Honestly, I'm very allergic to London. I have a dust allergy, and London is the most dusty place in the UK. So yeah, it's not ideal for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, the northeast is much better. I can look out my window and there's hills, rolling hills,
I mean,
and
Northeast is
greenery.
just better,
It is
really.
just
If,
better,
if
yeah.
you, I don't get why people go to London and things in the UK.
If you, honestly, like it makes sense. Like the tech stuff is only
Nah,
in London. Nah,
Northeast,
just northeast. I do agree. Everything's cheaper
Yorkshire.
here. Everything's prettier here. The people are nicer. The food is good as well. We have Palmos up here, which you don't have anywhere
Oh,
else in the UK.
that's very
It's a
specific.
very
That's like a
specific
certain
region
region
of
of the
yeah.
Northeast as well.
I didn't,
Palmer's are
I
the
didn't
best.
know this until about 2 years ago. I thought Palmo was just a general UK thing.
No, they originated
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Middlesbrough, and next time on the podcast, Parma, chicken
Palmo.
Parma.
Wait,
Uh,
I might
no,
actually go grab one.
originated in Middlesbrough. Honestly, valid.
It's been a while.
I want to grab one. I know I've just said I'm like starting to diet and stuff, but I do want to go.
You're not up for a
one
while,
at
are
some-
you?
No, I don't think so. I'm
Damn. Probably my
honestly like
birthday.
probably
Or-
sooner
Oh,
than
okay.
I reckon.
Fine.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see around your birthday and
We
stuff
can
as
meet
well,
up. We
because
can meet up.
obviously, yeah. I mean, in July, hopefully I'll be meeting up with you guys again, because we mentioned about trying to sort
Yes,
something
for
then.
your birthday.
Yeah. And hopefully D&D will be starting again soon.
I hope so.
D&D, which
Oh my god, we had a
has
pretty good run. You know, we had
42.
almost weekly sessions. We hit session 50. I'm pretty sure.
No, like
oh, did we not?
in the year.
Oh yeah. We
Last
managed
year we hit
42 sessions last year. Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's not gone to the right page. We are on
Which-
session 47, which is honestly really good for a D&D campaign. And then exams hit us, and then I was away for a while, and then I injured my back, and then my friend has exams,
Then Comic-Con.
and then Comic-Con, and then I'm going to Japan, and one of our other friends is away going to Africa before he goes to Japan with me. So, very busy at the moment. We will have a D&D episode. We absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Um,
I hope we do continue our campaign as well. I'll be honest, as each week goes on, I do
we
get a
are
bit nervous.
2 sessions off of the climax of this arc. We're on the 3rd major arc of the campaign.
Ended at such a bad
It was
time.
such a bad time. We were like, everything was building up, the tension was rising.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped. So we'll need to pick
Honestly,
that
I'm
back up.
not sure if like it's going to be weird going back into
I've got
Far.
yeah. Well, it's been a while. I've got the next few sessions written. But we just haven't
because
gotten
we were
around
meant
to
to
them.
do them.
We were meant to
That's
do them
because we were
months
meant
ago.
to do them months ago. Yeah,
Uh,
it's unfortunate. I'm quite looking forwards to our D&D episode because
yes,
I don't know,
yes.
being able to talk D&D.
D&D is one of our
I
new
miss
major
D&D.
passions.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it for a few years, but we've not been doing it properly, I'd say,
Yeah.
until end of 2024. And anyways,
I think we've tangented enough here. We've hit the
Yep.
2-hour mark on the recording.
I mean,
almost.
people
I'll have to
people
cut some
just
bits out,
left from the thumbnail, basically.
but- just 2 guys sat in a room. No, I'll pop up a picture of Comic-Con maybe.
Yeah. Oh, if I mean, you'll bleep it out anyway. More work for you. If Nav's happy, Nav's fine. If Nav's happy with it, you could do the picture of us 3
Yeah,
as the thumbnail. That'll be
Yeah.
quite good.
that would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening if you've listened this long.
Yep.
We don't know how long this podcast's going to keep going for. We don't even know if this is ever going to get uploaded. Hopefully it will.
Yeah, I mean, we said we're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And hey, that's the priority. I've enjoyed recording it.
Yeah.
So,
we
yeah.
tend to have these conversations on our own anyway, so we just thought, why not record it?
Why not record them? Who knows? Maybe
Bro,
it'll
let's
just
make
end
a
up.
podcast. That's going to be the name.